It's been a while since we've talked about plugins on the channel, and today I'm here to show you 5 plugins that I recently added to my workflow. Some just came out and some have been around for a bit. Sometimes you see a new plugin, it looks exciting and all, but it can be hard to tell if it's really worth the money. But don't worry, I got you covered. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion about all of these plugins. I'm not paid to do this. And as always, I'm not just gonna drop some names on the table and tell you,
oh, these are cool plugins.
We're gonna actually try to make a quick beat using these so you can see them in action. But before starting this video, I just want to say a huge thank you guys, because yesterday we just crossed 10,000 subscribers. I know for many of you it's not a big number, but for me it actually is. I started this journey like a year ago and the support that I got is just incredible. 10,000 people are a lot of people. Like if you put them together, it's actually a lot of people. So thank you all so much for watching all the videos, guys. And now we're gonna go get the 100K plaque. If you're excited about this video, make sure to drop a like right now and let's get started. Okay, the first plugin that I want to talk about is Atoms by Baby Audio. This is an instrument, so this is gonna generate sound. It has a lot of presets already. Look at this. So I'm just gonna browse through some presets and see if I can find something that inspires me. This way you can also, get a taste of what this plugin sounds like. This is very nice. I love the detuning. So right off the bat, just by playing a couple of presets, I can hear that the main thing about this plugin is sounds that are evolving. So the sounds are not static at all, and all of these controls affect the way the sounds are evolving. I'm looking for a sound now. I was thinking something plucky, doing something like an ARP, and then maybe we can try to add some chords. Cool. I'm gonna quantize this real quick. So for example, I can, engage some motion on the drive, which I want to hear. Oh, nice. And this is controlling like the maximum range. Oh, interesting. This makes it like lo-fi, like very detuned. I'm not sure I want this kind of effect now. How about filtering this a bit? Something like that. I kind of like this. And a very cool feature about this plugin is that you can randomize. And so this is going to just randomize all of the parameters and just create a brand new sound. Or if you like this sound, but you just want to mess with the parameters randomly, you can use this second option. This is going to preserve the sound, but it's going to create like a new variation. Okay, let me open a second one and see if I can find some cool chords. I want to keep this dark vibe also for the chords. I'm not really sure what genre this is going to be, but I don't know. Let's just explore. Woo! Super interesting. Like an organ or something. Oh, I love this one. Yeah. Like this is giving me, this is kind of reminding me of Drake's song, the one with Lil Durk. What's the name? Whatever, man. I can't. The Drake song that goes like. Okay, I like this. I just want to add some space to the sound. We have reverb and delay both like blended in this, graph. But what if I play it like really loud? Oh. So basically, if you just press really hard, it's bringing out like. I don't even know, like it's probably opening the filter. Yeah, that's what it's doing. You can see the filter automating when I right here. Wow. Ooh. Whoa, what a vibe. Oh, can I copy this to like the other chords here and here? Okay. Very nice. Maybe let's reduce the filter a little bit. when it opens. Cool. Oh, wow. I'm just thinking of like changing this ARP a little bit here at the end. Something that goes like... Yeah, okay, now we're talking. I love where this plugin is bringing me. I think it has a very distinctive sound. Like all of the sounds have something in common that I can't really describe with a single word, but I would say that all of the sounds are like evolving in cool ways. So if you're going for something that sounds dark but at the same time is different from most of the plugins that you already have, I think this plugin can be a very cool addition to your library. That's the reason why I just added it to my workflow a few days ago, because I realized immediately that this plugin is sounding different. And that's what I love, to be honest, about Baby Audio. And I want to say it, I'm not sponsored by Baby Audio. I'm not making any money for saying this. But the thing that I really like about their plugins is that they're not just, you know, making their own versions of plugins that are already out there. They're not making their own version of, I don't know, the Prophet, the LA2A compressor, like stuff that's been around forever, you know? This one has just a different approach, and it gives me something new to work with, which is what I'm looking for in a plugin most of the times. So now I'm really inspired by this vibe that I built, and it's time to add some drums. I'm hearing some drum patterns in my head, and for drums today I'm gonna use the second plugin to watch, which is One Shot. This plugin is developed by Clefgrand. They're just a great company. They're making insanely good plugins, and one of the plugins that I use the most from Clefgrand is this DAW cassette. This is a great alternative if you're going for like that, you know, cassette lo-fi sound, but this is not what we're talking about today. Today, it's all about their new plugin, One Shot. They just released this a few weeks ago, I think. They were so kind to provide me with a license to try this out. So the first thing for me is a plugin has to have a nice interface. If it doesn't have a nice interface, it's hard for me to work with it. And this one like is really clean. You know, you have bus 1, bus 2, you can apply some effects. You can apply effects on the output, and then you can just start scrolling through presets, and you have a bunch of different things. You know, it's organized by genre. It's really cool to have this because like maybe you're thinking, oh, I need some, you know, R&B drums. Okay, cool. Soul and R&B. You have a bunch of kits pre-made. So the reason why I've included this plugin in my 5 plugins to watch in 2024 is because lately I've been loving to work with drum kits. What I mean is that I love to start from kits that are well assembled. And what I love about most of these presets, I noticed that they're assembled really well. The combination of the samples is really good. And also one thing I noticed is that even if this is like a 909 kit basically, and this is like a 909 hat, this is already processed really well. It doesn't sound like, you know, any 909 hat. If you just type on Splice 909 hat, you will probably find the classic clean 909 hat. This is already processed in a way that makes it sound interesting and a little bit different, you know? Same thing for this clap. Listen to this. It sounds to me like it's more snappy. I don't know exactly what they did to the sounds, but before putting the sounds into the kit, they definitely processed all of these. You know, also this snare. And this applies to all of the kits, you know? This is basically an 808 kick. Super cool. Might sound stupid, but I don't know. I kind of want to use a different kit though for the rest of the drums. This one was pretty cool. Cool, very nice. Okay, so the clap needs some distortion, some saturation, something like that to stand out a little bit more. And you can apply 2 effects directly on the clips, which is very cool. So I don't really like this kick. I don't think it really fits what we have. So we can definitely change this sound by loading a different one. This is not bad. How about this one? I love what's happening when I play the kick and this open hi-hat. If you play it at the same times, it just creates that nice, distortion. Really interesting. Now, the only problem of this kick is that the tail is too long. So what if I want to change that? What if I want to edit it? Okay, no problem. You can go in this menu right here, select your, sample. I can pitch it down a little bit. I just want to reduce the velocities of, not the clap actually, but definitely of the hi-hats. I want the kick and the claps to stand out a little bit more. Oh, I want this note. I'm missing that note. So I need to pitch this. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Oh, these drums sound really cool. One thing that I want to do is just pan this hard to the right or the left, just to have it a little bit less in the way, that cowbell thing. What if I big crush the whole thing? Like, what if I put it here? Oh. Oh, wow. Whoa, this is insane. I love these drums. Oh man, I haven't saved the project yet. Am I crazy? Okay, so before moving on to plugin number 3, I just want to add a quick bass. I need something that has a big sustain. Nope. Ooh, this is cool. Oh, wow. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. This is actually fire. Okay, plugin to watch number 3 is actually not only one plugin, it's a bunch of plugins. Today I feel very generous. I don't want to share with you only one plugin, and it's the Safari pedals. These are very interesting plugins. So for example, I want to put something on this bass. So one thing that I could do is for sure adding a little bit of drive with this Gorilla Drive. And I mentioned it before, if the interface is not good, it's hard for me to use a plugin. The interface of these plugins are just so nice. Like look at this, their designs, they're so cool. We have like an input and output control, tone. We can just bypass phase and blend, this is basically a dry, wet signal. This is nice. Okay, this is definitely boosting the volume a little bit, so I might want to reduce the output a bit and add even more input so we get a little bit more of that grittiness, and like this. I like how this is affecting the stereo. This chorus is very cool. This is like a replica of the what's the name? A little more reverb, less treble though. And I'm probably gonna filter this sound because now I'm hearing too much of that, distortion. But these two plugins are a nice addition. This is the difference. But one of my favorites is this Flamingo reverb. This is great. It has a bunch of very cool presets, like shimmery sometimes, which is what I'm looking for in this case. Wow. Actually, you know what? Put this in parallel So I can control directly the volume from here and just keep the blend at 100%. Nice. Let's make it wide. So as you can see in these plugins, what I'm looking for is just creativity, you know? I just want to be inspired. I want to create sounds that feel a little more special to me. Actually, you know what? I might want to put this echo on the ARP. Yeah. Maybe this doesn't need it because we already have these two. I actually have an idea now. How about doing this the second time around? So instead of going to the G with the bass, we go down to the D and make it super dramatic. Listen. Oh wow, so vibey. Plugin to watch number 4 is again not a single plugin. It's a bunch of plugins developed by Kilohearts. I think this is how it's supposed to be read. These are plugins that, I don't know guys, like I feel like most of you are sleeping on these plugins, and I don't know why, because all of these plugins that you see here are free. I use them all the time, so let me show you how I use them. Sometimes I want to play with the hats, and to do this, I'm using this frequency shifter. This is like so useful. Without affecting the pitch of the original sample, you can just play with this. Maybe I want to tune them all higher. And sometimes I also automate this. So here I did a little automation at the end. Listen. Yeah. Another one that I use all the time is the chorus. The chorus is really good. We can try to use it on this ARP thing that we have. It sounds really good. Super musical. It doesn't really destroy the sounds, which is something that sometimes can happen when you use a chorus. This is 3 voices, even more drastic, you know? So without it, and with it, I like this. And then they have all of these different kind of filters. They have like a filter like this one, which is what you're used to see, but they also have a formant filter. You can just apply basically vowels to your sound. Like in this case, I think this ARP could benefit from a little bit of this. Yeah. Then you have stuff like this one, which just, you know, creates a delay between left and right channel. And also this tape stop is really interesting. You can do something like this. Yeah, okay. But now I gotta just play with the stop time and start time. Wow, these plugins are just too good to be free, so make sure that you grab them right now before they change their mind. You're gonna find the link in the description. Now, the last plugin we're gonna talk about today is the new plugin that just came out a few days ago. So I haven't really had the chance to test it as much, but it really looked interesting. And it's Bloom by Oak Sound. It's the same company that makes Soothe, one of my favorite plugins for mixing. I'm still in my demo, I'm trying it out. Let's say that it's really simple to use and it shapes the sound in an interesting way. The presets are really cool. The interface, I just love it. You know, I'm a fan of like sleek and cool interfaces of plugins. It's a pretty expensive plugin. It's like around 200 bucks. So I still have to decide if I want to actually buy it. So what this plugin is doing is basically taking different bands, lows, low mids, high mids, highs, and then it's doing different processing to all of these bands. So this reminds me a little bit of a multi-band compressor. So the thing that I still have to figure out is if this plugin is going to help me in like the mixing phase of my songs, or if it's gonna help me getting inspired and like achieving sounds that otherwise it would take me probably a lot of time and a lot of processing to achieve. And I think for me, like for my workflow, it's probably gonna be the second one. Let me scroll through some more presets and see if I'm actually right. 808 beat enhancer. Oh. Oh, I like this. See, this is like boosting the lows, boosting the high mids, a little bit of the low mids. It's doing different things on the mid and the sides. This is the way I like to use this plugin. I want to like take the drums like I just did, apply it to the drum bus and be like, okay, let me see where this can bring me. Let's see what it does when it's time for cleaning stuff. Bye boxiness. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is cool. This widens the low mids. I can definitely hear what it's doing because there's a lot of low mids in this beat. So, really interesting. Okay, so I'm probably gonna finish my demo and then I'm gonna buy it because I can already see it's gonna give me a lot of ideas on where the sounds could go. And that's great. That's all about, you know, getting inspired. So guys, these are my 5 plugins to watch in 2024. And actually I gave you a lot more than 5 plugins because you've seen the Safari pedals, you've seen the Kilohearts, and those are even free, so even better. I really hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and let me know in the comments which one of these plugins you like the most and if you have tried any of these. Also, let me know if you liked this beat that I made on the fly, and if any of you has an idea, if any of you has a top line to throw on this, just send it over. You never know. If I like it, I'll keep it. So just send them over. Now make sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And by the way, if you're not subscribed, I mean, what are you even doing? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.